Welcome, you're watching Pitchside. In today's episode, the myths of sports photography. Tall tales like the perfect shot exists, or gear that makes you good, or this hobby won't ruin your life. All lies, comforting but expensive lies. Sports photography looks glamorous, iconic shots, sold out stadiums, photos splashed across front pages, but behind every great sports photo is a miserable human, crouching in the mud, knees screaming, wondering why didn't take a different profession. Today, we're busting the biggest myths about sports photography. Spoiler, almost all of them are lies. Everyone talks about the perfect shot, the decisive moment, the instant everything lines up. It doesn't exist. You will either be a split second too early or a split second too late. If you're lucky, you will capture something in between, a face mid-sneeze or a player blinking as they score. The truth? The perfect shot only exists in hindsight, and usually in someone else's portfolio. The myth goes, buy better gear, take better photos. Wrong. Expensive gear just makes your bad photos sharper, brighter, and easier for everyone else to see how badly you messed up. Sure, a 600mm lens helps you reach the far side end of the pitch, but it won't help you anticipate the moment. It will also not help your knees carry it up the stadium stairs. Gear doesn't make you good, it just makes you broke. Landscape photographers worship the golden hour, that magical light at sunrise and sunset. Sports photographers, they don't get golden hours. We get 11 a.m. glare, 3 p.m. shadows, or floodlights that make everyone look like radioactive carrots. Golden hour, more like gray drizzle hour, unless you're very lucky, in which case it's still raining. Everyone says shooting in RAW solves everything. Missed focus? RAW won't fix it. Overexposed? RAW won't fix it. Camera strap covering half of the lens? Definitely not fixable. RAW doesn't save bad photos. It just gives you a bigger file to cry over later. Modern autofocus can detect eyes, faces, animals, some even track planes and trains, but ask it to follow a football in the rain, suddenly it's locking onto the referee's bald head. Autofocus is less precision engineering and more chaotic energy. People assume that if you're on the sideline with 2 cameras, you must be making a fortune. Reality, most pros are making just enough to cover fuel, snacks, and the painkillers they keep in their bag. Many are being paid in credit, exposure, or a free entry pass to the match. Professionals don't always get paid. It just means they've given up on explaining why they're still doing this. Clients will tell you exactly what they want. And then after you deliver it, they will say, actually, we wanted something different. Listen, this isn't a photography problem, it's a universal problem. But in sports photography, it's worse, because by the time you realize, the match is already over and you can't really restage the goal. The biggest myth of all, the lie we tell ourselves, just one more match and then I'll take a break. But you don't. You keep going, through the rain, through the mud, through the existential dread of your collapsing hard drive, because deep down you love it. Not the money, not the glamour, not even the photos. You love the chaos, the chance that maybe, just maybe this time, you will catch something incredible. And when you don't, you just call it a creative decision. Sports photography is built on myths. Myths about gear, glory, money. But the truth is simpler. It's about showing up, again and again, in the rain, in the mud, in the noise. And here's the real myth that we've reached the end, because if you think this is everything you need to know, you clearly never saw what happens after the weather turns biblical, when fans invade your frame, or when your hard drive decides to self-destruct at 3 a.m. In other words, we're only halfway through. Next time on Pitchside, weather, or how nature personally ruins your photos, your gear, and your will to live. Until next time, take it easy, guys. Stay safe.